Go ahead and go.
You can go first, man. I want to hear what you do.
Okay. My name is Nick Avila, and I'm in a band called Powerglove. We're on tour right now with MC Chris. And all I have to say is that we're in a very nerdy band, so it's safe to assume that most of us were bullied when we grew up. And first thing I can say is that it'll be over. It seems at that point that it's never going to end. But all you have to do is find like-minded people, or find something that you're passionate about. For me, that was music. Whenever I had a hard day, or people were giving me a hard time, calling me a fat ass or a loser or something, at school, I would just go home and get better at my bass and practice more and more. And maybe if my self-esteem got knocked down a few pegs in one era, or in one aspect, it would go up, right, becoming a better bass player. Especially with the internet now, it was harder when I was growing up, but you can find like-minded people, who are into the same things that you're passionate about, and get together with them. Forget about the people that are giving you a hard time, and find that project. It doesn't matter if it's music or acting or any kind of art or just building something, and just find something you're passionate about. And there's always going to be people that will be there with you, and there's going to be other kids that are bullied too. So that, even if you feel like you're completely alone in the world, you're not. There's people just waiting out there to find you. And, it's never too late. And it's never too late for your life to move upwards. And yeah, music is what's got me out of it. I met these guys, and I've been playing music with them since I was 16. I got bullied in my town that I was growing up in, and I just got out of there. The second I got a car, I was just like, finding friends in other places. And, just focus your energy on those people, or your parents, or the people that do love you, as opposed to these people that are not worth your time. And you will get through it. And honestly, use a lot of that frustration to write music if you're a musician, or to really practice your instrument hard. Because nothing makes you feel better, seriously. So that's my 2 cents.
Chris, I play guitar for Powerglove. Like everyone else in the band, pretty much. Yeah, we experienced bullying. I think it's far more common than it is not to be bullied. I think at some point someone's going to try you. When I was in 6th or 7th grade, I was a fat kid, and people saw it was different, and said, "We're going to try this kid. We're going to throw this in his face and see what happens." That's what kids do to each other, and it can be mean and brutal, and it can create these horrible results from people thinking, as Nick was saying, that it never changes, it never gets better. I mean, it does, but when you're young, you can't see it. The older you get, the more years you've lived, the more you know that you can put years behind you, you can put eras behind you, you can change. And basically, when I was a kid, when it first started to happen, I didn't know how to deal with it. I would counterpunch, I would insult them. I was just, I didn't know what to say. And, at some point in there, maybe like a week or 2 into this sort of thing happening, I'd said to myself, after talking with my brother, who's very smart, I decided I was going to just use comedy. I was going to develop just a way of dealing with it with comedy that I could accept it, I could be in on the joke, and I could never stop smiling. And when I started doing that, at first for a day or 2, people kept trying me and kept doing it, seeing what would happen, kept trying to push buttons. And then when they saw that the smile didn't come off my face, that I was in on the joke and that I could take it, eventually if they don't get the negative response, they will move on and they will deal, and they will, the people who do that will grow up and probably have sad lives. When we tour with a lot of bands, I know a lot of people now, and from the time that I was in school, I've completely moved on from that world and talked with very few people, only people I truly liked back then. And now I know a whole new world of people from touring and from doing what I want to do and doing music and doing programming and doing art. And those people are people I care about. And the people that tried me and the people that, tried to push my buttons back in the day, they don't exist to me anymore. They're gone. Where are they now? You know, it just simply doesn't matter. So I mean, the world, when you're a kid, you're thrown into these cages, these brackets, where you're thrown into a school and you're there for a while and you're stuck, and then you move on. And the move can be traumatic to meet new people, but it also is traumatic just to stay locked in with these people who don't necessarily have anything in common with you, may not share your interests, may not be people that you want to be around that are positive, and you have to stay with them, and you just have to, you do have to grit and bear it, but it ends. It always ends. You do not stay in high school forever. Even if you kept failing out the grades, eventually they would probably let you go. So no matter what, you don't stay in high school or middle school or grade school forever. There is an adult life, and in adult life, the second someone does anything like that to you, you can just say, I'm not talking to you. Why would I be around you?
Yeah. A few of the kids that made fun of me when I was in middle school, I remember they're Powerglove fans now too. Saw them come out to the shows.
Yeah.
I mean, people change too.
Yeah. Yeah, they might change and they might be penitent, and that could happen too. But if that happens, fine. But if it doesn't, it does not matter. If you do not truly respect someone, if there's someone who's, ask yourself, if someone's trying, if someone's doing this to you, ask yourself, do I really respect this person's opinion? What does it mean to me? Because there's always going to be people in life who don't like your face, who just, are just walking around looking to push buttons and be in a fight. And you have to coexist with these people. It never ends. But when you're out of school, which is like a box where they keep these people, and you have to interact with them, you can just, you can walk away at any given time, and you can find people who you do respect, whose respect you want to earn, whose respect you're capable of earning. So yeah.